Hi everyone, I hope you well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So, essentially what you could say right now, Bitcoin here in the Corona dump came down, got back above the EMAs, coiled up and continued. Okay, so it's all about this. Okay, staying above this yellow line. You start to do that with consistency week in, week out, then it's extremely bullish for Bitcoin to do that. The longer it stays above that, okay, it dispels that bear market that everyone's talking about, that Bitcoin's possibly in, which I don't think it is. I think Bitcoin has been in a corrective phase of a bull market and it's looking for continuation. And I think we're looking at quite a nice year end. I could be completely wrong, obviously, but it's all about the support of this 20 EMA, okay, on your time frames, primarily on the monthly, which we've held. So that's a big tick to that. And right now we're looking to hold it consistently on the weekly. We start to lose it, it's quite negative structure, okay, but at the minute we're holding it. We've had 2 weekly closes above. We look like we're coiling up for the continuation of this trend, looking to retrace to this high. So it's all about this here. What do? Hold the support, create some consolidation pattern, continuation pattern on the weekly, start to come up and break out, and we start to retracement to that high, because you can see if we start to come up, it won't actually take much to actually break that high, will it? At the moment, at the minute, what we've done, we've ran into 0.50 fib. So in my opinion, we're caught right now between the EMAs and the 0.50 fib. And what's going to happen over time is this yellow line attracts to the price, okay, and it makes it do something. You're going to find support off it again and break out, or are you going to lose it and start to come down? And that gives the game away. If you start to come down and you start to close below, then you're coming back down to retest these lows, potentially losing them and create that sort of capitulation event that everyone's talking about as well, okay. But for me, I think that you're looking like you've broke out here, okay. You've got a beautiful W double bottom pattern, a reversal pattern, a very, very strong reversal pattern on the weekly. You're breaking out, you're falling back to support of that breakout, and you're looking for continuation for Bitcoin, okay. So what we're going to do is zoom in on the 4-hourly time frame to see if we can see anything for Bitcoin. So right now, let's take a quick look on the daily. Just have a quick look on the daily. Right, we're above the EMAs, and like I said to you, we were going vertical here, and I said to you, it needs to slow down because your EMAs are going vertical. At that point, slow down, create some kind of consolidation pattern here where you coil up and then break resistance and continue, and you've got your back test of support of the EMAs, just like you did here. You broke out, slowed down, boom, 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 broke out, 2 impulsive breaks, okay. So providing this support can hold, this is amazing. This is really good for crypto and Bitcoin, because obviously you're fully aware that Bitcoin is the steam engine that pulls the cargo, okay. So if Bitcoin's in good health, the rest of the market's in good health, okay. So you can see here we're not really that far off the all-time high, are we? What are we? 51%, 50%. Bitcoin can do that in a week. This is the power of Bitcoin. It can actually put that kind of impulsive move in a week. You don't necessarily want to see it. What you want to see is sort of some kind of steady, healthy growth up the stairs, because if you was to sort of retrace here like this, it gives more of a precedence to the fact that you're going to have that big rollover and that big sort of bear market scenario right there, because whatever takes off into space always comes back harder for support, okay. Do you understand that? I've taught you that, haven't I? So you basically want to slowly come up the stairs and work your way through these fibs, which is what you're doing here for Bitcoin. So this is healthy market growth at the moment that we're going through for Bitcoin, okay. So providing we can sort of continue to run into resistance there and hold that as support there, the 382, you're going to coil up. You've got the EMAs coming up. You're going to create some kind of consolidation pattern here, and then you're going to break out and continue, okay. And it's all about getting through that fib, and moving up the stairs, because once you get through that fib especially, you're increasing the possibility of taking out that high, and with that you're going to be in technical targets to these fibs. Basically that's the bare minimal. The 1272 is at 84385, roughly around that area, okay, for Bitcoin. So hopefully we can all be on this journey together. But what I'm going to do is zoom in on the 4-hourly time frame, okay, and on all the most important EMAs, you're above the EMAs, which is really important. So what I'm going to do is try and start and give you some trades here, okay. So what we've got is this ascending level of resistance, okay, and we've got this ascending level of support right now, and I've seen these patterns a million times. So this is basically some kind of pennant, okay. This is some kind of pennant that Bitcoin's beginning to form on the 4-hourly time frame. You're consolidating, you've bolted up, you ran into resistance, and right now you're coiling up here, okay. You're coiling up. Now I do think that Bitcoin is get really close to this apex before it gets a decision. Now this is a key level of support, because if you start to lose a 0382 at 43687, then your next level of support is this fib, the 236 at 39215. And if we start to zoom out, you can see that if you do start to come down there, you're losing the EMAs, so that's negative, okay. And then on the daily, if you start to come down there as well, you're losing the EMAs. So it's all about staying above the EMAs, which is what Bitcoin's doing right now. You've bolted out, you're consolidating, you're slowing down, you're looking for the continuation of the trend that you are in, which is an uptrend. Do you understand that? So you're coming back to support. Now just here inside of this pennant, you can see you've got this support, support and all this resistance at the moment, okay, which is, you know, hitting your head basically. So just there within this pennant, you've bolted up and you're creating this kind of double top pattern just there at the moment for Bitcoin, and basically a descending triangle. So let me show you right now that if Bitcoin starts to come down and loses this particular level of support, then you're going to break down here for Bitcoin. You're going to be in a bit of a technical target coming down, wherever it is, and you can see how that could start to come down and retest this trend line as support once more, okay? And this is basically, like I said to you, one big bull pennant like this, coiling up, get really close to the apex, and you get a decision. Are you going to continue? Because look, you come up, consolidation, continue. Do you understand? And with that, you're going to have the power to break through the 0.50 fib, and that next fib, the golden ratio, would be your technical target, just working through the fibs, because that's what Bitcoin's doing, okay? So yeah, that's basically Bitcoin. I think from here, if you do start to lose this support, you're going to have a little bit of a short opportunity with a take profit, okay? Don't be greedy, because it will bounce off this particular level of support for you. I'm going to show you just there for Bitcoin, okay? So that's a key level of support right now, that if Bitcoin starts to come down and loses that on the 4-hourly time frame, you have got a bit of a short coming down around about 2.5%. And you know, you want to get support of this trend line. If that holds, that's amazing, because you're creating this beautiful bullish continuation pattern, which is basically a bull pennant, okay, like this. Do you see that? So that's basically Bitcoin. I do think that once you break this level of resistance just there, that could be fireworks. You know, it could be all systems go for Bitcoin, where you're going to continue with this uptrend that you're actually in, okay? Get on TraderView, start to draw your lines, your levels of resistance, your key levels of support, and then do some trading. You can trade all these things on Bybit, okay? The link is in each and every single video description. Take advantage, because I do think that once Bitcoin breaks that level of resistance here, then you know, you could be looking at a monster trade. I do think you'll start to come up and attack that, and you could be looking at that as key resistance. So from there right now, wherever it is, you start to break out. So let's say, for example, you come down to this, okay, and then you break up to that level of resistance from there, you're looking at a monster long opportunity of around about 13% on Bitcoin, okay? So that's basically Bitcoin. Take care everyone, back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.